Okay, since we're talking about
Yeah,
the
let's
space
talk
right
about
now.
the space. I was about to say that. Yeah.
I didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
It's like this is like, so we can do a walk around later and insert that, but we're just I'll kind of just visually walk it through. So as we're filming it, so this building's located downtown in Salt Lake City. It used to be a textile building, and the train used to come right here. And there's we'll film it. And, there's this big sliding door. That's where the train would come in, right? And they would unload all the textiles or whatever. And I think it used to have an elevator here where the stairs are. But yeah, it's been converted over the years. I think it's close to 100 years old. It's been a lot of things since then. I think it was a costume making place. It was a recording studio. I think the landlord used to, Stacy used to, and we'll talk about Stacy too. Maybe we'll get him on the podcast.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe we can have him get on here, and then he'll see that. Yeah, actually, we should be here.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, really.
Like he's a businessman too.
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
That's a fucking good idea, dog.
Yeah, we'll talk. I mean,
right.
We used to be really cool. We used to go to lunch like a lot, and
I like the dude.
I liked him too until he, fuck. We'll see. We'll see what this happens. So we're not going to be in this space much longer. There's a whole story with the landlord, and and it's our fault too. We're just learning about contracts and just like when you're not in a place to have when you don't have good credit and you can't get like it's hard to get like apartments, right? On your own, that you have to have someone co-sign for you. So I've always just kind of searched for places that where it's like a situation like this where the landlord's like kind of on your table type of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how legal or illegal it is, but
dude.
But yeah, it's in a commercial place. It's been after living at a place like this, because we used to live in the building across the warehouse, and we'll throw some footage up in there. But since we're gonna be vlogging and talking about all this, I have a ton of footage of me and Marvin like over there. We'll get Marvin on here too.
Yeah, for sure.
Of us talking when we built like the wall over there, and just did everything over there. So there's a long story there. We could definitely do like a little thing on that. But yeah, it just there's a photographer upstairs, Mark Reynolds. He's been there for 30 years, and it kind of sucks. It's all coming to an end.
So what's dates are going to be kind of hard to explain on here because this podcast will last forever. But like from the time today that we're talking, how far from today do they want you guys to be out of here? Just so people listening
is, like,
could
I think
see.
We'll just try and upload same day because like there's a lot of things that we can talk about even just recently that are happening in the world. We can talk about.
We can do current events.
Yeah, we can do a segment of like current events and just see what people like. I don't know. I do like talking about things because it affects what we do as artists as well, right? A lot of these things and regulations that are happening with.
It's true.
Whatever.
No, it's a good idea.
Well, especially with the the whole like the recession and shit happening, and just like a lot of artists are like the writer's strike that just happened and stuff.
Writer's strike, yeah.
Right. A friend of mine, their partner just like was heavily affected by that. I think they got laid off because of it.
Damn.
Yeah, man, it's kind of a big deal.
Well, I'll just keep on going off of what you're talking about with the building, and that's what you cool with that?
Yeah. So we're gonna finish up. So yeah, we've done a lot of work with this. So my partner and I, Bree, or I guess I don't know how. Maybe we shouldn't talk about personal.
Well, I mean, eventually it'll come up. I bet.
Well, anyways, it used to be at the time I was with my partner. We moved into the space and made it a photography studio, and it was nice because for the first month it paid for itself with just rentals coming in. So that's when we first had the idea that we could actually make this work, and we did it for like a year, and then some personal things happened. We had to move out, and then Marvin moved in, had another roommate move in, and then the basement used to be just completely like dust. It was just like one of those cellar basements. And like Marvin put in a ton of work and made it into like a little lounge because it's now currently is being used for like underground bass parties. So it's just kind of cool with this, buildings being used for just really unique space. Everything it has been used for is just, you could throw anything in here and make it like such a unique, place.
Yeah.
You could have a coffee shop in here and it'd be such a fucking awesome. It'd be one of the coolest fucking coffee shops.
It would be.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we can talk to Stacy about like, because if he's keeping this building, just let us run it month to month or whatever, and just like allow us to make our living here while you still own the building and you're getting paid. And we're improving the structure. We're building things in it. Yeah,
I just think, not trying to cut you off here.
there you go.
I think there's a lot I want to say actually about this, but this place is special to you
Mm-hmm.
and the family here.
Well, this block. Too,
Yeah,
like, I mean,
yeah. And like you said, like how did we meet? Like we met here or across the street, and this is one of those places where you go to. I've heard a couple people downstairs. It's like you go, socializing during these parties,
yeah.
and just really loving this space. Like someone lives here. Like
Yeah, a
they
lot of
couldn't
people
bel-
don't realize that.
Yeah,
we live here.
they're like they can't believe like that this is like a dream. What I'm trying to get to is that this is a dream place. If you're an artist or you like something. It's like it's got brick in it. It's got wood in it. It's real. It's real
just high
stuff.
ceiling. It just allows. I mean, we've shot some short films here. It's just a cool space to use for whatever. Like
It's a dream. It's a studio. It's a living studio, and it's somebody's dream to live here. And I don't want to see you lose that. And I don't want you guys to. It's not just you losing it. It's Marvin. It's it's a community because you said this is a big place for our community. Like I haven't been to all the parties, but I've been to a good amount of them, and I see what it does for the community. And I think there's a way of communication with Stacy that we can come to, maybe like you said, we throw up some boundaries, and then like an agreement, and be like, dude, because if not, then fucking we're out of here, and then I get a roommate, and then we do that shit from over there.
Yeah, we're honestly wherever we go, we're gonna set up and just keep running it, but. Yeah, we're just gonna shoot a few episodes here while we can, and just utilize it, and just throw the last bit of events and stuff, and just make the most of it. Either way, if we do end up staying here throughout the rest of the year, that'd be cool. But it's gonna come to the point where we're gonna have to get out, right? Because we don't own the property, we don't own the building. So, yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. So maybe this is that moment when that happens. That's what sucks, because at least we had over a year here, and it's just recently. It was just.
What about across the street? The same owner?
No, he sold that building.
Oh, he sold that building.
Yeah, so that's. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay, that's where we first met.
That's where we first met. And actually, I had the podcast room up.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
That was a dope podcast.
That was dope.
That was actually dope. With my friend Johnny. Him and I did a paranormal type of podcast. Natural phenomenon and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd still be down to do episodes like that, but whatever. This new one's kind of more personal, relevant to what we're doing in our, because as we vlog and kind of showcase everything that we're doing, I'll even vlog some of the show days and stuff, and what it takes to run a show.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we were just talking about that setting up, about just being on a movie set and how much everybody works on a set, and a lot of people probably don't even realize that when they watch a production or a full-length film at the good old theater. I'm not saying that everybody's ignorant, but I didn't
with
know.
any profession, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think what it takes to when you go to a festival, a lot of people don't think what it takes to throw a festival, right?
Yeah.
When you go to a restaurant, you don't see what it takes to on the back end for all the ingredients to get shipped in, and the chef preparing stuff and cleaning. Just no one thinks about, unless they're in that profession, what it takes to be in that profession, right? So maybe that's just a good opportunity to just really appreciate everything that takes work, right? That's why I'm kind of grateful for throughout my life that I've had a lot of. I was talking about this with my son, that I've had a lot of jobs growing up. And kind of seeing the different things, just how different they are, just how much skill each one takes, right? Each profession takes, and even basic ones. Like I used to do waterproofing, right? You know what waterproofing is? Where they would build on the foundation of a new building, where they have the concrete poured and stuff. They build the little hole, right? The little big, so they can pour the concrete for the foundation. that foundation has to get waterproofed with like this tar stuff and this like a waterproofing like material that's like so it won't get damaged over time, right? Because if the foundation fails, then the whole building will fail. But that was a dirty job. That was actually featured on like Dirty Jobs.
Oh shit.
Dude, you have to get like this tar. You have to go down like this little trench, and it's like out in the. There's no shade. It's like out in the, Utah
Jesus.
summer heat.
Yeah.
It's like almost 100 degrees, and you have to use this glue first on the wall, and then you spray this tar stuff, and then you put this sheet of like a sheet of tar with like this plastic backing. It's a nasty, messy, really taxing on your physically. You know? And then we'd work in like freezing conditions because you're outside, like so it doesn't matter the time of year. As long as it's not raining, then you can work. But we'd be in like nasty snow, mud, freezing up in Park City, and our hands are freezing. And then it would get so cold that the material would freeze. So we'd have to put it in the truck, put the heater on all the way to melt it. And then that's just one.
Some trade craft.
Yeah, so this is just like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like, and that's just one job, right, over the years. And
Yeah.
like, so it's cool hearing all the people that I meet, what they used to do before they got into their actual professional. Because I'm sure when you grew up, you did but you were military for a long time. Huh? You didn't.
Yeah.
What was one of your first jobs that you used to have?
I mean, besides like working for my, just like digging ditches and stuff, or like immediate family, third party job, I guess you can call, would be like 15, 16, I think. No, I'm fucking tripping. What the fuck? I was emancipated at 15. So, fuck, man.
Where did you go and live when that happened? Like you told me.
Fuck
story,
yeah, I know.
like,
I just forgot about. I forgot I was emancipated just now, dude. What the fuck? I need some more. I need some more weed, dude. I got a medical card, just like you.
No, yeah, we're lucky in Utah
Yeah.
that they have medical finally.
But no, so this is CBD anyways. But Delta 6 or 7 or whatever the fuck.
I think we have to just be careful what we say because I don't know what words get flagged by.
Yeah, I don't know
YouTube.
either. But we'll be able to edit this though, right?
Yeah.
But this is good.
So
This is good.
We'll just remember at this time,
What's time?
18 minutes in.
What makes that? Dude, I should set a fucking stopwatch, huh?
No, we just watch the time here.
Oh, you already have one. Okay.
It's just the timer. Yeah, I mean it's not a stopwatch, but just the running time on the audio. But I
Okay.
mean, we could try the first one for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, like half hour, right? That'd be a good start.
Yeah.
Just see how they go.
No, yeah, this is great, dude.
I just think
I
this set
feel
up
like
here-
I'm fucking. My mind's getting fucked right now, dude. Like, in a good way.
Not in
but-
a good way, right?
But we have these topics that we're bringing up. Like, we can talk about this space. There's a lot more things I want to talk about with this space, just so you know.
Sure, yeah, let's keep
in the
going.
future. But I'm just saying, like, we can talk about that in the future.
Yeah, it's gonna be a running thing. This is just about our
venture.
yeah.
It's a journey. We're on a journey for real right now. We'll talk about fucking. Sorry, dude. I'm on a fucking.
No, you're
I'm
good.
on something right
yeah,
now.
Please, yeah. I've been talking a lot, so go.
No. Like, so we just got back from a fucking crazy ass journey that we'll talk about, dude. That's a whole podcast. That's a whole episode.
Well, we can just do a phone call to
Dude.
a Gold Soul.
Dude, like, fuck it. I can't believe we pulled that shit off, man. That shit was crazy. And that's like in the same week.
With the
Week
Tesla and
before.
everything.
Yeah,
there's a lot of time.
Tesla.
There's a ton.
Like, my daughter just hit me up for the first time in like 5 years. She just turned 18, so she like hit me up for the first time, and she was in the same area. And I've been talking to her. It's just been a crazy journey. But I want to talk about that. I want to talk about just you and, like you said, you and me. Like, I was emancipated, for instance. Like, I fucking totally forgot about that. You asked me about my first job and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, one thing that I like about this podcast is that we can be honest with ourselves and people out there who might be maybe relating to something, you know, artist or not artist, you know.
What I think I like about this, what we're doing, is that I watch people like this and I get inspired by them. I mean, I think we were watching, maybe it was with another friend, Landon, like the original creators of like and vloggers like Casey Neistat and you're watching like early YouTubers like that would just do this in the beginning,
like back in the day
way
before it was
back in the
cool.
day.
Yeah.
And they're just people, right? They're just like me, like just like other filmmakers and other like artists and other like musicians and stuff, trying to start and then they make
Yeah.
it eventually, right? So it's cool to see their journey. And if you even if you don't, just I guess it's the journey, right? Not the destination or whatever.
What I like, yeah, and what I like about this is, excuse me, I'm a cougher, by the way, everybody. You're gonna know that. If you know me well, you already know that. But I'm a fucking cougher. Anyways, homeboy and I, we're artists, so we met through what we love and what we do on a daily basis, and it's been years now, and we're just like people out there that might be watching or listening to this. We're just like you. We're going to talk about our struggles and like what we're dealing with on a basis too with our industries and our personal, like you're going to learn that I own a shoe business. You're gonna learn.
There's the plug. Whoobies.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by.
Yeah, and it wasn't even
right?
about that, but like I can't wait to share this to the world about who you and I are and how that's going to relate to everybody out there. Because I guarantee you and I weren't the first ones to ever rent a Tesla for the first time and
No, someone did it for the first time. That's what I was thinking.
We met people.
Well, we're still early on because I haven't met a lot of people that even knew you could do that, right? They didn't know that there's that many Tesla supercharger places around the nation.
Yeah.
So when you told me that, I'm like, oh, they have that.
The
So
infrastructure.
imagine the people, the infrastructure for it. So imagine the people that did it in the very beginning where they didn't have the infrastructure. Like, how do they even start testing that? I guess they just have to drive around in circles of. I don't know. I kind of want to look into this, how long that's been around, and I don't know. It just seemed kind of new.
Dude, we saw some janky chargers too, bro.
Yeah, because up until now, I used to think that that's how they still charged cars. I thought it took all night. I didn't know they could charge it in like 20, 15 minutes.
I'm not even trying to get on Elon's balls or anything, but like after that experience,
we're
dude,
just starting out, of course.
after that experience though, dude, like I've had I've ridden a Tesla and I even pre-ordered a truck like 3 years ago, but after that, so Ab and I went on a half cross country. I'm gonna call it half cross country trip recently in a Tesla, and we both own gas powered vehicles, obviously, and you put in a lot of you know this, but you put in the address and it'll take you there, and it'll take you there in ways that it'll stay charged. And when you go to these places, one thing that I was happy about was they were in like lighted areas that were safe feeling. They were just in nice areas that you felt that you kind of relax and rest, and then there was like a infrastructure or like a group set of people sitting in these places charging too. That in the middle of the
night, there's always someone charging.
So there's like a culture.
Well, yeah, they were smart to put it in places where it's far from like the city, so there's not a lot of crime or like homeless, like trying to panhandle and things like that. It's like out at like hotels where they're like gas stations, and it's just it was just cool to see. It's just you don't think of, again, that's another thing you don't really think of, like when you think of Tesla and like what it takes to build that entire infrastructure, put those in place to make sure that there's charging stations in every, because we got to the point where we're at 2%, and I'm wondering if there would have been like emergency ones somewhere, but because it took us that far. I got to 2% on that, but I think there's like a reserve, right? There's definitely like a safety reserve to.
I think there's like a 20-mile reserve or something like that.
It's more. I think it's like 50.
Yeah, because I Googled it when you were driving one time, and I forgot what it said, but there's some type of.
Because I've driven to where it stayed at 1% for a while, and it's just kind of like, doesn't really make sense.
And there's a lot of factors being involved in this too, as everybody knows, like in gas, like the wind and like the weight of the car, how fast we're going,
how fast you're consistently going,
because it would tell you sometimes to make it to the next destination, stay under 70.
Yeah, but then we didn't do that. We just
we just fucking haul balls.
Yeah, we just went like full, like the 85 speed limit. Is it 80 or 85?
Fuck, dude,
80, right?
It was weird, man, because we both did 2 hour. We both did 48-hour shifts, or like 24-hour shifts. What was it? Remember, and then you did one. It was crazy. We were on something, dude. I was living on the edge because I didn't think financially it was gonna happen, and like,
Well, also at this point,
fuck.
I still didn't know you that well.
Yeah.
Like, we'd like just been doing, like music and
Yeah.
videos and stuff, and hung out a little bit. We hadn't gotten to the point
Yeah.
because that was our first time going on a road trip, right? So
Yeah.
usually when you go on a road trip with someone, you want to be like, you have no idea how they're gonna be when
Yeah, it's true.
how they handle situations like that. If they like listen to music, if they, a lot of things. If they're a
True.
good driver.
Yeah.
Um,
Like like the traits of the person.
exactly. And yeah, I would totally go on another road trip.
Hell yeah.
You're like hella chill, and
Appreciate you.
I don't like traveling with a lot of people.
Me neither. Yeah.
Kind of like living people, right? I don't like people I could stand to live with. And then speaking of that, we might end up living together.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Like, fucking, we all want to have our own spaces and shit, but there's times in our lives where I think it's going to be necessary, and I think that our journeys are going to take us to, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. I have a fucking room.
Yeah.
I got an extra room. I mean, there's just snowboards in there, and boxes and shit, and like stuff from my trips, suitcases and shit. I just kind of use it as a fucking closet. You know what I mean? A room as a closet, dude. Like fucking Hilton, dude. I saw Paris Hilton. I was watching the NBA. Fucking, that was a fucking Nuggets, dude. Anyway, sorry, dog.
No.
But she was joking about in the commercial how they're using one of the adjoining room as her closet. Dude, so it's basically been like, it's just, if you ever end up there, then we'll continue to do what we're doing.
Yeah, either way, we're going to be doing this. So, what has Gold Soul said to you lately? Oh, we don't have to talk about.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I'm gonna unravel that, dude.
I mean,
it's.
we just briefly talked about it, and we can go in depth of like what we were previously talking about. Or?
Yeah, he's so like we were gonna come up. He was gonna come up.
Okay, so this whole trip was for that. I don't know if we tie that in. If we talked about that.
Yeah, we haven't talked about each other a lot,
What do you mean?
Like who we are and what we do.
Yeah, I don't know, like how we.
Yeah.
I just think over.
We need to take some dabs.
Sure. Yeah, we can take a break and.
No. I'm just saying, keep going. Like over.
Over what?
I'm not trying to interrupt you.
I lost where we were at.
No, because you're saying over stuff.
Oh, over like each episode, we're kind of dive more into like personal things and just, you don't really want to tell your whole life story in the first like episode. Or do you? I don't know. I'm trying to think if you're first time listening to this. I don't think people are going to start off listening to this until we start making like a little bit more noise, right, with what we're doing.
Yeah. Huh.
Does that make sense? Like, we're not going to upload this and there's going to be a million listeners, right?
I mean, no. But we can promote it though,
Yeah.
and we can do marketing. But like, we'll have an intro, maybe an intro musical thing, a little quick bit, maybe. I don't know. I mean, we were talking about the OG today, Howard Stern a little bit, and
well, yeah, just how a lot of other artists too, and like musicians and just people that are doing other stuff, also have a podcast, right? They're talking about what they're doing. Like, so that's all it is, talking about what we're doing, right? That's all podcasts are. We're not actually doing music. We're not actually filming right now. Well, I guess, you see what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what point I was trying to make.
No, you're good, dude. I'm loving it.
But yeah, so this is what we're talking. This is exactly what the podcast is. Because we didn't know if we wanted to tell our whole life stories in this first episode. We don't know if we should like do a whole backstory and everything about us first, or just jump into it and just start talking like this.
Yeah, I think we should just jump into it and start talking like this, and I think we should plan out some very basics, but I think we should just roll with it and then decide what episodes
exactly.
or what.
The only intro is what we kind of established what we want it to be about, right? So it's just us and what we're doing, and everything that that industry that what we're involved in, right? Mostly the entertainment, I guess, industry, and it might evolve into something else. But yeah, that's just kind of what we want to start talking about, because if we talking with Gold Soul, talking with every artist from there, Dave, right? Those are the immediate people that are all within the industry and music, and I mean, I can get a lot of friends too, like my friend Adam, he's a promoter as well. He does stuff for XNF. We should get those pop filters. He's a promoter for like Syndicate and regular rise up and like you're good, dude. You can just walk right. Sorry, dude. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why that was the intro. Just I didn't know she had a. Is that Chain Chomp from Mario? What is that?
Oh, dude, this
I
is
haven't
it's
even
a
seen all
it's
your like tattoos and stuff.
yeah, it's a face of a A10 Warthog jet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just kind of like part of it.
You show that. You know what? It'd be kind of cool to talk about all of those too.
Yeah,
At some point.
these ones actually have meaning on them.
What was your very first one?
First one was this one right here. This tiger right here. I got it with my father, man. You see it right here? Let's see. That's right. This tiger.
That's the very first one.
Yeah, that's right here.
The tiger. It's held up pretty good.
I got it in Baltimore, or I got it in Ellicott City, Maryland, dude.
That hurts right there, huh?
In 2000, yeah. In 1999, 2000, no, in 2000, right before I went into the Army, and then like I met my father at a later age. So when I met him, I was almost basically an adult because I was, like I said, I was emancipated. I met him. I was basically taken away from my well, I don't even know. I don't care. Like whatever happened. But I was not around him. But I met him at a like I was like living with him when I was like.
Your dad?
Yeah, my father, like my dude who like banged my mom out. So rest in peace to both of them, by the way. But yeah.
Oh, because your father just passed away, right?
2019, and my mom was 2008 or 2009. But yeah, it's drugs and alcohol you stay away from. But like
both your parents?
Yeah,
dude, I didn't
same
know that
fucking
about you.
thing. Yeah,
I don't think I knew that.
They died from the same fucking. One was chronic and one was acute. In a medical, one happened like overnight and one was just over time, but it was only because of drugs and alcohol. That's it. It was only because of cirrhosis, the liver cirrhosis shut down, and then everything else shut down on both of them. I mean, I saw the fucking when I saw the autopsy of my mom, dude.
Do you have siblings?
I got 2 half brothers and a half sister.
You're not close with them?
I love them. We're on good terms. She's an attorney in D.C. One's a law enforcement and on the East Coast, and the other one is ex infantry, Army, one tour. So they're all like really good people, but they didn't grow up around me, so I didn't grow up around them. What's up, dog?
We're gonna get Marvin on this soon too.
Yeah, that'd be dope. But my first, going back, dude, my first job though, I remember was working in a kitchen, dude. In the back of a kitchen.
That was your first job?
That's like my first job.
No, those original questions. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I like about podcasts.
Yeah.
It kind of trails off into like.
And then you get to know
then
about
you get full,
it.
yeah. Then you get full circle. So that's what I'm saying. As we go
first
along,
question,
you get a little bit of everything. Anyways, your first job.
Yeah, I was so to answer your question, bro. Oh no. To answer your question, my first was kitchen, dude. I was a fucking prep cook. Whatever you call me, dishwasher. You call me.
I did. I was a dishwasher at one point too.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You know what's up, dude. And nothing but mad respect, dog. Like this is before.
That's another thing that I want to talk about too. Is just like along the lines of what I was talking about, just appreciating what it takes on the back end.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
A restaurant, right? Like someone has to wash those. Like
mad love.
I know now they have like dishwashing machine. Like they have but back in the day you had a hand wash.
Fucking spray that bitch off.
Yeah.
Dog, so mad love to all the restaurant industry people out there. You guys don't get enough credit, but mad love to you.
You know Bruce Lee started as a dishwasher?
I saw the movie. That's a fucking gangster ass movie.
Which one?
Like the Dragon or some shit.
The Dragon story or whatever.
Yeah,
that was dope.
Shit was fucking sick,
that was
dude.
dope.
Anyways,
I know a lot of people say it's not entirely accurate, but like, yeah,
you kind of, I kind of think I kind of thought I was him in a way when I'm just playing when I was there. Yo, I can tell you about this job that you got me pumped up, dude. So this motherfucker, the cook there. All right, so this is
love
like
that fight scene when they're like, and he's outside
fucking.
the alleyway.
I almost got one of those. Is what I'm trying to say, dude. Like straight. Oh, that fight scene was dope as fuck,
dope,
dude.
Man. The actor,
yeah,
he ended up doing like a Jungle Book too or whatever. See, this is why I like talking about like, I didn't know that shit. Like in like actors and stuff, and he did a few things like. Whatever happened now to like? I guess this is where we can tell people if you know the actor's name in the comments, whatever. Or I'll look it up after this. But he was a dope actor. He was dope. He didn't. I mean, obviously didn't really look like Bruce Lee, but he played a really good Bruce Lee. He played great Bruce Lee. In that Jungle Book movie, he was like an adult, And then he was in this. I think he was in this movie with. I think he's in a Universal Soldier. He like got jacked up, and then he was like, I remember this. I'm pretty sure it's him. He was climbing this rope just with his, when people can do that just with their hands.
Yeah.
And then he's just like holding it and looking at they're doing like this timing test of like these new soldiers versus the old ones. And it was just a cool movie. It was like with Kurt Russell. Like,
yeah, dude. Back in the day, but you're right.
Did you ever like when you were a kid watch those movies, and when you went into the military, think that like
well,
it was like
this gonna happen?
Well, no, that just like what made you want to. Was it movies like that, or is it just?
Dude,
like,
that's a good question, bro. Because I didn't have like leadership in my life growing up. Be like, you're gonna go in the army, and yeah, a Marine recruiter came through, but I stayed away from them. You know what I mean? Like,
so when you were young, you didn't really want to, but then by the time you got like that age, you're like,
weird.
Maybe I will.
It was weird, but when I saw Saving Private Ryan for the first time, I was high as fuck, bro. Like, and that's when I used to get high. Like, you know when it is when you used to get like high as shit, dude. Like, I've missed those days.
I mean, I started smoking late in life.
Yeah. Like, okay. So like, it was like part of my culture. Like, smoking was everything. It was also it's also back in the day before weed was legal in California. So it was more than just smoking. It was a lifestyle. It could have been financial too. So, yeah, man. I mean, dude. So in the kitchen, right? And this dude, I gotta tell you about this. You're gonna love this shit. All right. I hope if you're out there, Rocky, man, nothing but love, bro. But he's related to his niece's homegirl from this movie that was hella big in the 80s or 90s. It was like fucking, and don't hate me because I'm not. It's The Breakfast Club. Wait, what was her name? Starts with the R. Anyways, she was like this. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
but he kept talking about her, right? So, and then he was always drunk and always try to fucking throw the knives or like be like the knife and shit, like fucking like
was
like
he a cook or what?
Yeah, he was a cook, and I just kind of worked for him. You know what I mean?
I
Just did whatever you wanted me to fucking do, all the dirty work.
Yeah.
From cleaning the dishes to serving the food.
And that was your first job.
Yeah. Is there an actress named Ringwald?
I don't know. Look it up.
God, dude. Excuse me, everybody.
No, you're good. I can entertain people while you look that up. Maybe this is a good time for our next sponsor.
Molly Ringwald. Sorry.
Sequence Sound. This episode is brought to you by Sequence Sound. Check them out for your local underground bass show. All right. What was your name? Did you look it up?
Sequence Sound. Sequence.
That's Sequence Sound. We'll put it in the little whatever. Right?
It's hella dope. Yeah. Please take a look at because it's the people behind it too that makes it Sequence. It's what makes that company too. It's not just So it's dope. Yeah, I don't want to cut the plug, dude. And
no, you're good.
Molly Ringwald can roll off, dude.
I was just joking, Toby.
Oh, my bad, dude. So he was related to Molly Ringwald, and like I'd like every time I went to work, I knew that. You know what I mean? Because you told me. Cool. Because you would tell me that, you know what I mean?
He'd always tell you.
Yeah, then he'd get like just fucking mad as hell at me and start trying to like get really aggressive, bro. And I was like, damn, this is crazy.
Like almost fight you? Yeah,
like it's just real violent back there, and like it's a small town in California, off a road. It was bomb ass food though, like the breakfasts like back in the day you get like real business and gravy. Yeah, like
where was this exactly?
Dude, this was in. Damn, dude, it was Camino. Big shout out to the 95709. 95709 Camino, California. That's where I went to elementary school, and that's where I kind of grew up a little bit.
Were you born in California?
Yeah, okay. Santa Monica.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, St. John's. My family was really deep rooted into the Venice, Santa Monica area.
Growing up, you were an only child.
Yeah, like physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have siblings growing up.
Nah. No, but it was weird because like I had an unusual. It was pretty normal, but there was some unusual outlet like being emancipated. Obviously, that's a doozy, right? I mean, that's a pretty big deal, right? A doozy. It's that's a douchey.
I mean, at your age, that's
I mean, back in the day too.
That's scary.
Back
man.
in the 40s.
Was it the what?
1940s. I got you, dude, for a second.
I was like, wait, that's not right.
Oh, dude, I won't.
Back in the World War II era.
No, it was back in the day though. Like you're right. It was in the 90s, man, and
90s,
like
80s, 90s, right? Especially with parenting, dude.
Dude.
That's where all the trauma comes from.
Yeah,
from that fucking generation.
Dude, you go back to your house, little boy. You get to fucking go to bed, go to school. Like if for the judge, I couldn't believe. I remember that day. Like I don't know. I think about it sometimes, but even though I just forgot I was emancipated, but I think about like the emotional part of it. I guess because my mom was there.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
My mom was there
when I was 15.
I just turned 15.
Jeez.
Yeah, I need to get that record.
So where'd you go from that,
dude?
You're emancipated, and then like what happened? I didn't even let you finish. So the judge.
So yeah, dude. I don't know. Like it was really
Wait,
awkward.
that means you had to convince.
I had a bench trial with the judge there. It was just a judge.
And you just tell him your case, and you're just like, why
dude,
you want to get emancipated?
It was fucking. I don't like. What I remember was like, I had a court date, and I knew it was gonna be hella drama because my mom and the family at the time was again. I was just a bad kid, right? You guys can relate to this, and like so my the dude that I respected the most out of the whole world was my grandfather on my mom's side, Ray Pino, rest in peace. And he was like, we were best friends, man. Like we were just, he would pick me up from fucking school, cool. Like daycare when I was a kid and shit. Like him and I were fucking tight, you know, and I miss him every day. But she brought him, right? And I
side with her.
Yeah,
whatever.
so they're on the. I remember I walk in and they're on the right, and she's fucking bawling and shit, and he's right there looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing, son?" type shit. And then I'm on the left, dude, basically alone. And the judge just like kind of ran the whole thing, dude. You know what I mean? Like he like ran the whole. Obviously, ran it in a few minutes probably, and she was crying, and he was like basically telling her to be quiet, and he's like. I think he was like asking me like, you gonna finish high school? Or you stay at school? Because back in the day, dude, like that was like hard culture. That was like you fucking go outside all day, come back, but you stay with your family. Like you're not gonna get emancipated. You know what I mean? Like why you just send a 15-year-old on the fucking street? So
that's what I don't understand. Like
yeah. I wanted it though. Like I obviously wanted it. So
so you just planning to go to live with your grandpa? Is that what?
No. I fucking for a couple weeks I lived with them, and then I was basically like family surfing, dude. So I would live with like my grandparents for a couple weeks, and I'd go live with my stepdad for a couple months or a couple weeks, then I'd go live with my cousins for a couple days, and then eventually I got tired of all that shit, and I was like, fuck this, I need to figure out how to get through high school. I want to get a diploma just for my own, like no one was telling me to get a diploma, like no one was like, hey boy, go to college. By the way, I have a master's degree right now, which I never thought I'd ever have, but
yeah,
fuck,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. But yeah, dude, I barely fucking. We'll talk about the graduation day when they turned me around or about to walk the stage because I was wearing white New Balances, and the principal told me I had to go home and change my shoes. But like, what the fuck?
What?
So yeah, so I like talked to kid in the parking lot to exchange shoes with me. Fucking like it was hella weird, but I was only emancipated kid, so I got a job, dude, at a call center, and I was fucking doing my thing, and then I worked, and I lived in this apartment with these dudes, bro, that were already graduated and shit.
You were like 15?
Dude, no, this time I'm like senior, like junior and senior in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I already had a few cars under me type shit, like. I already had a name for myself type thing in school, you know what I mean? Like I was like branding my own self, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's crazy, dude.
What was your second job then? So from...
it's call center. Call center.
Well, I mean, that trailed into like...
Yeah, it's crazy.
From there, because if you're graduating now at this point, that's when you joined, right?
Almost, yeah, like...
Oh, you played for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
band.
yeah, absolutely. I went back down to L.A. because my family patronized L.A. They patronized West L.A. to be specific. Venice High. My mom, they all went there, and they were really proud of the culture, and I am too. It's a big part of who I am. You know, rubbed off on me. The movie Grease, for instance, was shot at.
Yeah, I love that
It
movie.
was shot at my mom's high school. My
I
mom was
was just
very.
talking to a friend
Yeah.
there's only 2 musicals that I like. It's Grease and La La Land.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, La La Land's good. It's okay. But I don't really like musicals.
I don't either, bro. But it's just when you're a kid and your mom's like, "Hey, look at this movie. Look at this movie. Look at this movie. That's my high school. That's my cafeteria. This is my stands. That's where I sit. That's where I do this." Like all the time, bro. Like she loved that movie and I loved it too. And it's Venice High, you know. It's not Rydell High. It's Venice High. And
I don't know a lot about.
yeah, it was called Rydell High
Rydell High.
in the movie, but it's Venice, like Venice Beach, California.
Oh, Grease. It was called Red. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Was it? Is that?
Yeah, Rydell. So
That's the school that you went to?
no, that's so I was about to say, like I'm the only one, like I shot north, bro. We all went north, dude. My grandfather sold his Sawtell off Sawtell Boulevard in West LA. They had Sawtell Lumber Company. My grandfather owned that shit.
Oh, wow.
It's like in Sawtell Boulevard, like if you're from LA.
Was your grandpa like doing well for himself?
I don't know, man. I mean, they always had a decent house and enough room for their kids. They had a lot of kids, which was my mom was one of them. So like, dude, I don't know what happened with that family. It was weird, bro. Like, I don't know I think something happened that no one even fucking knows. Like, because like they all ended up like nothing but I don't want to talk about them. They're just like, dude, they're not like, dude, it's just like I feel bad, dude. I'll just put it that way. You know what I mean? Like, if I didn't leave California, dude, I would have been similar to that. I'll put it that way.
Really?
Feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, and just like, I think the judge, dude, now that we're talking about it, was sick of my mom's shit at that massive.
So
you know what I'm saying? Probably.
Yeah. So he's like familiar with her.
Yeah,
He's, like,
bro.
There's been a lot of cases.
Yeah. Because like
that's how the system is with my dad. They like recognize him. They like know like.
Well, it's fucking
he's in so much.
Well, it's weird though because like when you go to the military and you come back home, and I will go back to Placerville or California, and I'd hear people talking about my mom. And I'd be like, damn. And then after a while, I'd be like, this would be before she died and after she died. And then I'd be like, and these are all good things about my mom, like good stories. I'd be like, damn, she got a lot of DUIs in this town. Like, damn, she got arrested. Like, so that judge probably like pulled her record up at the trial. I was like, dude, fuck.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, she probably had like, I think she had like, anyways, dude. God bless her. No, rest
I'm
in
just
peace.
checking that because I don't know how long that battery's gonna last. So I just want to keep an eye on it. Just if it shuts off, that means we gotta.
No, we're good,
we're
dude.
good,
It's
yeah,
not
we're
about completely. It doesn't have to be completely about that, but like, nah. I mean, yeah, we learned a lot about each other on the road trip, though.
But even just in this little discussion,
Yeah.
there's a lot I learned about you that I didn't like. That's what I'm saying. Is that your whole life story is very, I think is very interesting. And just when you're like bantering with what's his name, Jacob.
Yeah.
Like, then I just
It's crazy.
Yeah, we'll give him a call at some point. Maybe not this first one, or we can if he wants. I don't know. Tell him that he's on it right now. You can try it right now. Give him a call.
See if he answers,
Put
because
on
he's like,
speaker.
I'm super busy. I'm working. Let's see how busy he is. He's in his office.
Yeah, don't tell him. Don't tell him. But
Yeah.
we already gave him the heads up, so
Yeah.
just tell him to like.
Yeah, he's in his office, which is his downstairs
His office.
kitchen. All right, so I met this dude at 19. The first dude I met in the military, by the way.
Well, yeah. Tell us a little bit about him first.
Met him. He like the week before you go in the army or basic training, you got to get like all your documents and your haircut and all that.
That's where you met
shots.
him?
That's where I met him. He was the first dude that I hollered. We talked to each other.
What's up, man?
Well, he did answer. Hey, Jake.
My meeting got cut short. It's great.
Yeah, so we have Jacob Munson now on the line, guys. Our first guest.
Put her right to the mic.
He's right. He's
Did you get the right line? This is the wine line, right?
No, hey, sir. So Jake, man, you're the first guest. We are live right now. We are live. Ab and I are live on the podcast. On the podcast.
Yeah, get your makeup done.
Can you hear him? Can you hear
I
him?
can hear him, man.
Oh, but
He's on speaker, right?
yeah,
Yeah, just put it right next to the mic. So we
yeah,
can
yeah. You can hear that. You can hear him.
hear. But then down the road we'll do like video stuff or whatever, and like Zoom calls, like with him
Yeah.
and stuff. And
You need me to do my makeup?
Hey, can you? Okay, so we've been talking for like
Well, we're talking about how you guys met.
how we and then we about how long do you think we've been talking now for? Like 40 minutes, 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So we're in the podcast right now.
50 minutes. Yeah.
Dude, we're in the fucking podcast right now. We're 50 minutes deep, dude.
We'll do an hour with that.
And then Ab, all right, yeah. Ab said we should call you, and then so I said fuck it. I know the guy's really busy. He's in his office right now, and
back-to-back meetings.
you got back-to-back meetings.
Yeah. Well, one got cut 30 minutes short, so I'm actually getting a breather. Thanks.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so thank you for blessing everybody in the audience here for answering.
This is my show, right? We're calling it the creeps in the crates.
The creeps in the crates?
Yeah, what are the crates, if you don't mind me asking?
Like
You never know what's in there. Careful.
Oh, creeps and crate. That's a good business. Sounds like a pretty cool business.
Yeah, I don't know about the creep part. But
Yeah. You get a creep in a crate, dude. Every month, you get a creep in a crate.
we haven't even decided what we're calling this podcast. Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, yeah, we send out little fucking real-looking babies to people.
So
I thought about that. That's my mind is going to song creeps, dude.
What?
so you get real looking babies, and then who's the creep that you get? Like, is that like, how does that work out?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got through all the details. I just popped in
Can you
my
give me a
head.
business plan by tomorrow morning, sir? If you don't mind.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just think about it really hard.
Tomorrow morning.
Hey,
I'll
tell
think
him
about
we're going to
getting
stop by and
business
drop the
plan
dogs
by
off.
tomorrow morning.
And we're going to go visit Gold
Might be a
again.
couple days. I'm a pretty busy guy, though. So
Can you hear Ab talking, dude?
I can't.
He said that we're on our way, or we're gonna hopping in some Tesla, and then drop my dogs off again, if you don't mind, dude. Actually, yeah, this time we're gonna drop them off though, and pay you a good or substantial amount of money.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
So we rerouted from Corpus Christi, and we went up to Phoenix to see this guy that's on the phone now.
That's the
And-
first time I met him.
Yeah. So you got to meet him.
I just remember I was driving and I was like just listening to you guys, and I just thought it was the funniest thing. Just because you're guys' sister, right? So we have Jacob talk about like his.
Hey,
Explain how you guys first met.
hey, can you explain into the mic? You're on the microphone, by the way. So Ab was asking if you mind explaining how you and I met, if you don't mind, for a couple seconds.
I might take a little bit longer than that.
How do you mind telling?
Well, two poor boys
Two poor boys.
just looking for a better life to better themselves. Ended up in Oklahoma randomly,
That's where you're stationed, Oklahoma.
signing up
Basic.
to support your country and to try to get the hell away from shit that you were running from temporarily. And yeah, man,
Lifelong friends after that.
Yeah, lifelong friends, and like him and
lots of fights, headlocks.
You guys got lots of fights.
Yeah.
We never had one altercation like that, dude. This dude's full of shit, dude. But no, you're right. Like,
No, I don't have time right now.
No,
I can't.
no, you're
Are you
right.
Playing around, or are you guys testing equipment?
We are really on the fucking. We are not live, but we are gonna post this episode. We're gonna edit it up, but this is our first one, and we're recording.
We already did. My head's. I'm looking at work still, dude. I'm just fucking around.
We're recording though right now. Anyways, it doesn't matter, dude. This is our first episode. Like we don't
we
know.
talked about a bunch of
We
random
talked about a bunch
stuff.
of shit. So don't feel bad, dude.
Well, no. Like,
This is
you
just the
know,
intro.
Dude, dude, just tell everybody. You don't owe anybody. Like, we're just saying what's up, dude. Don't get all stressed out, bro.
That's funny because that's how this is perfect.
I'm busy.
I know you're busy, dude. I'm sorry, dude. We just wanted to call you real quick, but you will be a guest on this show if you don't mind. Like, like Beetlejuice is to Howard Stern.
Like lamb and tuna fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You could be like Beetlejuice, dude.
Yeah, dude. Just make sure you get me some spaghetti and meatballs. That's all I ask for.
Well, we're sorry to interrupt your work, dude, and like your space.
Yeah, it's okay. My boss doesn't appreciate it, so
Oh, that cut off. Anyway, so.
I'm sure I'll get my lick.
All right, bro. I'll call you a little bit later. All right.
Well, we'll
right.
just run the audio and then end it because the video cut out. The battery's probably exhausted. So that's our first. That's about an hour. It's not bad. We'll pick it up tomorrow too. We'll just leave this set up and then we'll just do it again.
I'm signing off.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Right.
Yeah.
We'll do our plugs in like the descriptions. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm Moby's OG, Anthony, and that's Ab.
Ab Abe on Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll do all that. in the
Yeah, all that.
description.
I'm officially signing off.
All right. Peace out, everyone.